It should be showing up on your channel, but it's the link. Or do you want to post it?
We're live?
I think so. So it shows up as.
Okay, I think we're live. We have a link.
Okay, let's get the other link then.
Sorry?
Send the link in the Discord.
So paste it.
Okay, yeah.
Wherever you want to paste it.
I will. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. I will put it in Discord right now.
And I'll put it on Facebook.
It's a weird picture. Yeah, it's just go to get it up. Yeah. And we are live.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, that was an adventure.
Yes, sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Let's take a look where we're sitting right now. I am just gonna have my husband come over here to help me just for a minute. I'm gonna have him come over here and help me, and just to see where we're sitting. I'm a little bit confused about where I'm sitting, and if my husband could come over here and just help me figure out where things are on my, because I'm not understanding.
It says chat is disabled for this live stream.
Yeah, so it says the chat's disabled for this live stream. And
Okay, well, it doesn't give me the option. Maybe because your channel's new?
Okay, well, let's do it like that for today, and then we'll figure it out for the next time.
yeah, it was showing I'm gonna have a live chat
at
feature.
least if everybody can hear us, that's all we need. And we will probably have a drop-in session for any question if you have any.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So yeah, but sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's grayed out. That should be where you can. I mean, you can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it. We're just looking, trying to look through some of the options, because this is the first time we're using YouTube, and it's the first time, and it's all new to us, and it's new to you, it's new to me, it's new to you. It's the first time we're using it. It's the first time we're getting to test out the features. So, yeah. So, I see. I think I see the issue. Might be that it's Made for kids. Aha, I think I see the issue. So I think that's it. Review. Select. No. Okay, I can't change it. But I think it's that there's an age restriction on it. Oh, anyways, we'll just get started. Hello, everybody. I hope that everybody is having a great evening. My name is Ashley. I'm the founder and one of the co-directors, executive co-directors of FND Warriors. I hope everybody's having a great evening. We're having, as you can see, some technical issues this evening. I am just going to let my puppy out of her cage. If you guys bear with me, do you mind, Elizabeth, just giving everybody a little bit of an introduction?
Yeah, sure. So hi everybody. My name is Elizabeth, and I will be co-hosting with Ashley tonight. So Ashley started and founded FND Warriors about a month and a half ago. Um, and tonight we're gonna discuss self-relaxation technique and how to manage fatigue and burnout relating to FND, and how hard it is to overcome it. So
Yes, yes, we are. We're
do
going to
you
discuss
wanna
that.
do you wanna introduce the cause?
Yes, yes. So the cause, it was something that I started with. It was very important to me and became very important to me after an incident that happened to me at my workplace. I was involved in a workplace incident where I was fired or terminated from my place of employment due to my disability. It was after a fire drill. And after it was happened the day after a fire drill, and it was a failed fire drill where I was not able to evacuate, and it was given a gas mask instead. And I sat back and after that, and I said, what is my life? Why is my life different than someone who is not disabled? Why does my life have different rules and or policies in place?
Yeah,
And that really kind of hit home for me. And at that point, I was newly diagnosed with FND, and I needed to find a support group. And I reached out to a support group, and I found Elizabeth. And the support groups weren't really in the format that I was looking for. They were more geared towards just this is my problem. What do I do about it? But I was looking for more tangible, meaningful connections. Talking with someone, that I could talk to every day, kind of thing. So I started
having a
FND Warriors,
support
having a
having a
support
support
group. Yeah,
24/7, like it wasn't important for us. So you created the Discord
yeah.
for
I
that.
didn't I didn't
And
create Discord, but I created a group on Discord
no, of
to do
course,
that.
of course, you created the Discord group. Okay, sorry. Um, but yeah, so and we're also on many other platforms, like YouTube and Facebook, uh, Gmail, and that's about it, I think.
You put it kid friendly or whatever,
So
so it turned out to.
okay, so we know everyone's journey is unique to them and can be a roller coaster of symptoms. We want to make the condition more transparent and there to be more awareness throughout the world. So it's the FND Warrior group is a worldwide group. We have many countries that are part of it. We have Australia, UK, United States, and Canada mainly, but we accept anybody from around the world.
Yeah, and we have a really, really friendly Australian girl who's probably my favorite
Yeah,
Australian that I've met. She has won my heart over, and her name is Ashley as well. She's one of our directors, and she holds down our Australian division, I would say. Because I think
yeah,
she's one of our only Australian people. She holds down our Australian division, and she's our support, our overnight support, and she's always there to help out on our Discord chat and help out people in need at night, because she's always up when people are um, when people
sleeping.
in when we're in the Western world, or so to speak, in the West world, when
In
we're
America.
in America, yeah, I guess in North America,
Yeah,
when we're sleeping, when we're typically sleeping, she's awake during the day, so she's always the support. So we're looking for more Australians to help us out.
yeah. So what is FNDS?
So FND is functional neurological disorder, which is a condition where there is a problem with how the brain sends and receives information, which leads to symptoms that can mimic neurological disorders like strokes or multiple sclerosis. The symptoms can include non-epileptic seizures, weakness or paralysis, and movement disorders. But these are not due to structural diseases or of the nervous system. Instead, they stem from issues with how the brain functions, often triggered by psychological stress or trauma. FND was previously referred to as conversion disorder or hysteria, but modern understanding treats it more as a neurological issue rather than solely psychiatric.
Yeah,
We also want to highlight that this condition is not considered to be psychiatric issue or purely neurological problem with so a cycle sorry purely purely neurological problem. It's a problem with the nervous system. This leads to patients being referred from one department to another, because there's no department that takes responsibility for our condition. There's only few hospitals that are creating a department and research for it in or around the world.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy how little help we have in this world for FND.
It it is
So
it it is, and I can speak from experience in spending the last year in and out of the hospital regularly, that you just get shipped off from one specialty, whether it's neurology, for me it's
yeah,
neurosurgery, then it's rheumatology, then it's neuro, uh, neuro, it's whatever opathy that you're going to see, or ology that you're going to see, or apathy that you're going to see, whatever one of those specialties that you're going to see one of them, and you're just going to keep getting pushed around and see those specialties, and eventually you're going to see all of them.
yeah, and yeah, it's um, yeah. I don't have anything to add. So let's get into the subject of the night:
So, so
self-relaxation techniques.
So we'll start off with self-relaxation techniques. So I'll introduce it. So for individuals with FND, self-relaxation techniques can be significantly help. It can significantly help in managing symptoms and improve the quality of life. So some effective relaxation tailored techniques for people with FND can be, and I'll
Yeah,
leave it up to my
yeah.
co-host
So
to get into it.
yes. So one of the main thing I really um go for, and that I also tell my friends with FND to do, is deep breathing exercise, because it's so important for the body to, because the body is building up anxiety, and for people with FND, most of the time stress is a trigger. So we really need to make sure that stress is down as much as possible. And diaphragmatic breathing or box breathing can help regulate the nervous system. Um, so by focusing on slow, deep breath, you can calm down the body stress response, which is particularly beneficial for those with FND, um, because it's just your body's on fight or fight mode, so there's no way they can like it's
You
it's
can
really hard
calm
for your
down the
body to
body,
understand
and one of
stress
the
response,
main way
which is
is by telling the
particularly
body that
beneficial for those with
it needs
FND.
to be relaxing.
So breathing is one of them. The other thing, do you have anything to add for that, Ashley, or
No, no, no. You
no?
go ahead.
Okay.
No.
So the next one is the relaxation podcast or audio guide. That's another one that I really enjoy doing. I do have I like to do to get them on YouTube. Um, there are many for free on YouTube, and it's just most of the time it's really hard to get to do relaxation exercise by ourselves because it's really hard to self guide ourselves through the process of relaxing when we're so hype, and so it's just hard. So getting someone to actually tell us to settle down in a calm voice is really uh well, it helped me and it helps a lot of people with anxiety and with dealing with stress in general.
So that brings me to progressive relaxation, muscle relaxation, which is a way of it involves tensing and then progressively relaxing different muscle groups. It's especially useful for those with FND because you become more aware of the tension of the body and you learn to release it intentionally. This helps manage both physical and psychological symptoms. So if you think of it, you're intentionally tensing a muscle, but then you're also intentionally releasing a muscle. So you're becoming more aware of a muscle. Whereas if you've trauma or PTSD in your life, so a lot of times you were not able to be in control of your life or control of things in your life. So having that control is something that is a new sensation, or it's a new tool, or it's something new to you. So just even being able to have that control of just your muscles, it can be overwhelming. So it's take it one step at a time and just do one muscle at a time. And you start by do your calf muscle. Do one day, do your one calf muscle, and do it progressively. So you do it slowly and slowly release it. Don't give yourself a Charlie horse, because I've done it. It sucks.
And just so like I probably and everybody knows, but managing relaxation, like relaxing your body, is hard. uh there are techniques, but when you don't know how to do it, it's just hard to know what all your body's going to react. And you need to give your body some structure and some uh like I tend to do those activities um on a weekly basis. So when it's time, and when I'm not overwhelmed. So when you do them when you're not overwhelmed, it's gonna help you that when you're overwhelmed, you're gonna get relaxated more quickly because your body knows what to do in that situation, even if it's overwhelmed. So it's really important to at least try it every once in a while. Um, so your body nice when it's time for it to reconnect.
Yeah.
So another one is self massage. For those with mobility issues, self-massage or gentle massage can relieve muscle tension. It's important to discuss this with your therapist to ensure it's safe, um, given your specific symptoms. But it's always gonna help. Like massage is gonna help your body relax, like all the other techniques, you know. And I myself, I don't have any mobility issues, but I know that it's so frustrating when you have them and that you don't know really what to do or what to tell your body to do. So muscle tension, real self releasing the muscle tension is important. Another one is guided imagery. So visualing peaceful or relaxing scene. So I did a lot of hypnotherapy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she was always telling me, okay, go in your safe space, go where you find um that you are peaceful. And mine is just being in a in a tent with rain just falling on it, that little
Oh,
rain
that'd be so
noise.
beautiful. Yeah.
I know, and it just
Oh,
reminds me a lot of good times when I was a child because we were camping a lot, and
yeah.
it's just I know I'm in control when I'm doing that, and it was always I was always falling asleep much sooner
Faster.
when I
Yeah.
like much faster when it was a rainy night, you know. So I know that it's calming me down, and there's also actually many um um, audio of rain or waves or anything like that. That can
Yeah.
be really nice to have when you want to fall asleep or just relax. I like to just play them uh, while doing something relaxing, so I can relax even more.
Yeah.
And it's also helping for, and the other one is meditation and mindfulness. It involves focusing on the present moment, which can be hard for some people because we are seeing all the things around us, all the things that are just falling apart or that we have no control on. And it's really hard because we are going to think of the past or the future or everything between it. But it's really important to focus on the present moment because it can help you ground to just grounding technique, you know. So regular meditation can enhance the connection between mind and body and promote a sense of calm and control over symptoms. I feel meditation and mindfulness is a really big one because the body, they're they're all good, but I feel like it's really important to be in the present moment as much as we can with FND because we never know what's next. Like you don't know if in a minute you're gonna get a seizure or if if you're always stressed that something's gonna happen,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Oh,
just
exactly.
stressful, you
Oh,
know?
it is so
So present
stressful.
moment is really important.
It's so
Um and
stressful.
and you never know how you're gonna wake up in the morning too. Like is are am I gonna be able to function or not that day? It's just so much stress you're putting like on your body on top of everything else if you're just telling yourself that you should be stressing about those things.
Yeah.
Present moment is important. So
We on distraction techniques.
yeah.
So distraction techniques. I'm really good at distraction techniques. I think my puppy was distraction techniques. But so that's temporarily shifting the focus away from symptoms or stressors that can provide immediate relief. These include listening to music, engaging in creative activities, or using technology for short periods of time, or disconnecting from stress. So if you're doing something, you're finding that it's giving you a lot of anxiety or stress, just do something, change what you're doing. If you're doing, you know, paying bills, that gives you lots of stress, put on a TV show that, you know,
Yeah, and it's actually a technique that has been it's one of the ways that people are getting treated with FND in the big hospital. They're gonna give you something to do and something to distract yourself. And it's when you're distracting your mind, most of the time you're gonna get less symptoms, and that's when you can actually get improvement.
I'm not saying that you can not to pay your bills. I'm just saying that you
Oh
go
no,
back to paying your bills when your stress is manageable. You just
yes,
you just have to do it when your stress is at a level that is tolerable for you to do it.
and yeah, and I do like as a distraction technique. Mine is usually going on a walk with an audiobook. Um, I just can because most of the time when I'm walking, I'm gonna think about my problems because I just don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
So get a book and then read it. Like there's are so many options out there to distract yourself. Um, and even if you don't have a lot of energy to do it, like I mean, sometimes I can just um uh like play video games for maybe 30 minutes or not
Yeah.
even.
Oh, I mean,
But
I
at
could
least I distracted like yourself like myself, you
clean,
know?
clean, cook. Like there's so many things you can
Yeah,
do
exactly.
to distract yourself. I mean, there's those things aren't fun, but I mean, you can do not fun things to distract yourself. I mean, there's not fun things that you have to do, but I mean,
Yeah.
you
Uh
know,
the the thing I would say with cleaning is if it's a trigger for you, it's not a distraction.
yeah.
If
If
like
anything
if
is a trigger, it's not a distraction technique.
exactly. So like I at a time where I'm better now, but at a time where I couldn't even get up and I had so many things to do for cleaning, and every time I was having a little energy, I was cleaning because there was so much to do and I had so little energy. So that was just triggering for me because I didn't have a sense of purpose. I was just uh, not feeling good or cleaning, and I felt like there was no purpose in that, you know.
Yeah,
So just make sure that you're
yeah.
getting the right distraction.
Yeah, so basically, when practicing these methods, consistency is key. It take time to see significant benefits, especially with FND, but patience and regular practice are essential. Also, consulting with your healthcare providers before starting any new relaxation techniques is advised. Obviously, we can tell you what the relaxation techniques are, but we always advise we are not the experts. We don't know what your mobility is, we don't know what your health status is. We are not the experts, and we cannot advise you medically. Okay? That's my disclaimer.
Yeah,
so so consulting with healthcare providers before starting any new relaxation techniques is advised, particularly to tailor these methods to your health specific FND symptoms. Remember, relaxation is not just about your physical calm, but also about your mental peace, which also can be particularly beneficial to those navigating the challenging FND symptoms. So that is what we have on for you guys on self relaxation
relaxation. Yeah.
techniques. Now we're going to talk about managing fatigue and burnout. And don't get it. Am I wrong? We don't have a chat box. I think it's because I think we chose the age restriction. I'm not going to choose age restriction next time. I'm so sorry, everybody. First time YouTube accidentally chose the age restriction. Um, think that's why we don't have a chat box.
But like
So,
I said, we will have a drop-in session
yes,
soon to talk, and if you have any question, we can answer. Yeah, we'll be there.
we will have a drop-in session either tomorrow or Saturday. I think we were talking about. We'll
Yeah.
have, yeah, we'll let you know really shortly. So we're going into managing fatigue and burnout. So managing fatigue and burnout in the context of functional neurological disorder, or FND, requires a multifaceted approach and addresses both the physical and psychological aspects of the condition. Here's some strategies based on available information.
Okay. So one of the things that um was really hard for me is pacing. I know that everybody with FND, well, not everybody, but most people with FND were overachiever. They were having a really intense life, um, and they didn't know what pacing was, so they had that condition. It's very important to balance activity and rest always. So what I do um, is avoid doing something for too long. So it's better to actually do something for a little time and then take some rest and then start again. So what I what I've been doing is uh, if I have to cook, I'm gonna cook in little sessions. So sometimes, like at some point, I was not able to stand for more than 10 minutes because my legs were so painful. So every 10 minutes, I was taking a break for 20. You know, like that was frustrating, but also that helped me do the thing. If you're not pacing yourself, you're gonna have a flare up, maybe not today, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow or the day after, or you know, you cannot ask your body too much always. You can get better at it. I got better. I can now do activities for a longer period of time. Just make sure you're pushing yourself a little bit more each time, and but not too much, not so that you flare up. And I mean, you never really know when it's gonna happen. Like sometimes you just are okay, and then really exhausted in like within a minute. So maybe sometimes your body is not even gonna tell you, but you're just gonna have it right away. But if you're feeling really exhausted, just stop right away. Like no matter what, you stop. But it's even better with you're planning it in um, little um, I want to say episodes, but
Spurts.
little yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, it involves just balancing physical, mental, and emotional activities with regular rest periods. It's really, really important. And there's a concept that I learned from no, it's my physiotherapist. It's called the spoon theory. I don't know if you ever heard of that. The spoon theory is a metaphor for limited energy people with people with chronic illnesses and disabilities. So each task uses spoons, which are considered like units of energy, and you need to uh, carefully ration to avoid exhaust. So I don't know. I wake up in the morning. I have uh, 10 spoons of energy, So the shower takes 2 spoons, making myself breakfast takes one, and, it adds up. And at 10, you don't have any energy anymore. But in the morning, like, in the beginning, it's hard. It's hard to know how much energy you have, but after a little while, you're gonna n- know how many spoons and everything. And it's really nice for also your family to understand how much energy you have that day. because it's hard to quantify most days, and people are just asking and asking until. But if you're telling them, okay, today I don't have much spoons, so we need to be careful with how we're spending them, and it just helps everybody understand the our limitation with fatigue. And I yeah, it was really helpful for me and my partner. Um, yeah, oh yeah, that's that's it. So multidisciplinary rehabilitation. So it's really important for the ones that have severe or complex symptoms to have a multidisciplinary approach, uh, because we have so many symptoms or so many different things that we need many approach. We can have CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, physiotherapy, occupational therapy. There's so many, okay? And most of the time, people with FND are going to have a team of people of medical help, um, and it's gonna help because you can ask all the people in your team what they do with that, and you're gonna get different approach from it because they have different ways of treating symptoms, you know. So it's the
You know what you say that it's really interesting about that
yeah
statement. That statement is really interesting, Elizabeth, because that's if you can afford the help, and that's if you have
yeah
the benefits for the help. Because
yeah true
I had the benefits for the help until I lost my job, and all of it was taken away from me.
that's true. And I had the same actually. I was in a car accident and they were paying um, for my treatments until they didn't. So I had to stop physiotherapy. It's true that I have, uh, I was, I had a few of them that were with the government of Alberta. So I didn't lose them because they're free and for the population. So that's good. But it's true. Sometimes you're just not gonna have the resources to do it financially, or yeah, it's really hard to find a way of getting those treatments when you don't.
Yeah,
But yeah, these therapies aim to retrain the brain, and that's that's why they like that's it's it's the only option we kind of have because there is no cure for FND, so it's to retrain the brain, um, to help individuals relearn normal movement patterns and manage symptoms more effectively. You know? The goal is to understand and work within personal limitation to gradually increase activity level. So, like I said, pace yourself, really increase you. It's gonna increase your activity level, but in a really slow way. You know, it took me many years to get where I'm at. When at
yeah,
the beginning I couldn't do anything, and it's really frustrating. But
yeah.
don't give up and just continue and try to seek the help and try to do all the things we just said about relaxation and yeah. But I know it's hard. I know.
It is, yeah. And then psychological support. So, psychological therapy can be crucial, even for those without overt stress, to help understand FND and its impact on personal life. So, therapy can be really important because you may not even know you need therapy. A lot of people with FND, or and I don't mean to generalize it, but even some people with it, oh, even that don't have FND, that have trauma in their lives
Yeah,
that they have buried so deep down that they've buried, and that psychologists need to unbury.
Well, yeah, and it's true. And but when I saw my therapist for the first time, he told me, "I'm pretty sure you have trauma." And
Yeah,
he's special with FND patient, but he was like, "I'm pretty sure you have trauma, but
exactly. Everybody
you
has
don't have
trauma in their life. Everybody has
that
trauma in
yet."
their life. Whether it's deep down trauma or just regular trauma, everybody has trauma. And so that's what I mean. Like everybody has trauma in their life. And so I always recommend everybody has some form of psychological support in their life.
But what I wanted to say is that my therapist told me we don't have to go through that. We don't have to get all the trauma out of another time. He told me you have to train your brain to be able to handle the situation. Like,
Oh.
think about the present moment and the future. The past is the past, and if we're actually digging into it again, it could just be really harmful.
Mhm.
But so it's saying, okay, so you'll try to within what you're living, any occasion of dealing with stress or dealing with anything is a good a good op like a good option, you know. So he just told me, well, you're gonna tell me I go there every 3 weeks, and I told him, okay, what happened that weekend? He's telling me, okay, well, we'll see how you handle it and how you should handle it, you know. So it's not. I know people are having sometimes are gonna be like, oh, I really don't want to go to this therapist because I don't want to dig into that
Yeah.
mess
No,
of
I know.
what my life was. But uh, it's not obligatory. Like it's you can do it without it.
Yeah.
Without
No, I get it. I always recommend that. I think everybody should have a therapist.
Yeah, me too. I
Like,
That's what helped me the most actually, dealing with my anxiety is
yeah,
that I have someone um with another opinion of the people that are in my life, and he can just have a different view on life.
yeah,
So but it's hard. It's hard to find the therapist you need. Like we said in, I think it's the first podcast.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's just you. If you need to find another one, find another one.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. You find the one that suits what you're looking for.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
next one is the lifestyle medicine principle. So it's really important to find lifestyle strategies such as exercise, nutrition, sleep hygiene, and mindfulness to mitigate burnout symptoms. It's just when your
oh,
body knows what's gonna happen, it
okay.
just
Hold on.
thrives.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Listen, you got to hear from our mascot. Oh,
Pardon?
I was gonna say. We're gonna hear from the mascot, but I accidentally woke her up from FND Warrior mascot. She was barking in her sleep.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. I
I
was I was
I was
wondering.
gonna I was gonna try and get you guys to hear Luna barking in her sleep, but I woke her up by accident.
Uh-oh. Well, I hope she's gonna get back to sleep because we're not done with that
Oh
part.
yeah, no, she's already sleeping. She's already sleeping again.
Okay.
Sorry to
So
interrupt.
yeah, no problem. So lifestyle is a really important one because anytime your body knows what's gonna happen, it's it's gonna be much easier. If it knows that it's gonna go to bed at that time, it's gonna wake up at that time, you're gonna do that routine before bed, it's just creating a routine is really important. And exercise nutrition is a really important one. I do, I know it's hard for some people with FND to exercise, but do as much as you can. Just if it's just going up and down. your uh, your room, or like just doing anything, or just there are some YouTube videos too that you can do some stretching, or like little um, um, little training in bed, so you don't even have to get up to do it. So there are lots of resources for people with all uh, with disabilities and everything. So these practices help in building resilience against chronic stress, which can be particularly beneficial for managing FND related fatigue. Fatigue with FND is a big. I feel like I'm doing better than I was, but the fatigue is not going away. It's one of my main symptoms, actually. It's just
Mm-mm.
it's hard to tell your body like don't be exhausted all the time, and it's just that your body needs so much. It's just fighting against itself, so it's hard to just go back from that, because it's gonna um I don't know, it's gonna have a seizure, or it's gonna have tremors or anything, and that takes energy from your body, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why you feel exhausted, and but yeah. So the other thing is setting boundaries um, and self care. So setting boundaries is a big one, and it's actually my therapist really helped me with that one. I didn't have any boundaries with anybody before, um, um, in my personal life or even at work. Um, but it's really important. Um, it's it just helps prevent burnout or flare or anything, because if you're not I, uh, me I can deal with myself, but if the others are actually taking up all my energy, or are triggering me in some way all the time, I'm not gonna have any energy, and all the things I'm trying to do to get better is kind of not working because of the other people in your life that are taking up all the energy. So it's really important to set boundaries for that. This um, self care is another one. Like I said, taking regular breaks, ensuring adequate sleep, engaging in activities that are personally fulfilling or relaxing, um, understanding and respecting one's limits is crucial to prevent the cycle of overdoing and subsequent. So overdoing it is, like I said, pacing yourself is a really big.
So then we'll go down to professional help for chronic symptoms. So if fatigue and other symptoms persist or worsen, seeking professional help is always advised. This range from consulting with neurologists tailored to FND management, to engaging with mental health professionals for burnout, to related psychological issues. Sorry. Medication review
Are
might.
you okay?
Sorry?
Are you okay? Are you
I'm
okay?
okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Medication review might also be necessary to avoid unnecessary or harmful treatments. So myself, it took 8 years and three different doctors that were specifically related to pain. So for my pain, one pain management doctor, one was my family doctor, and then one was a doctor here, and then I got that. Well, so it was a fourth doctor that I got,
Mhm.
that I got on the right medication.
It takes a lot of time, so
Like
again,
it took,
people don't
it
give
was
up.
for it was so took forever to get on the proper dosage and the right medication to be like a functioning human
Functional.
being. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
functioning. Like it's not even pain free. I'm talking just functional.
yeah, yeah. I remember days in bed because I couldn't manage my pain. If there and I feel like pain is one of the worst symptoms because when you're in pain, well, it might not be true, but I feel like this one is the worst for me because when you're in pain, there's nothing you can do. Well, my brain is just disconnecting and it's just doesn't want to do anything. I
They
mean, if
taught
I have tremors, it's the thing. If I have fatigue, okay. But pain, oh gosh, it's a hard one for me.
they taught us in nursing school that pain is a vital sign. They taught us that if someone's in pain, we assess it as if it's a vital sign. So like to me, I couldn't comprehend why I kept getting turned away when it was just like I'm in pain. Why you as a health professional do you keep turning me away?
Yeah,
So yes, I mean don't get me wrong, I do understand the state of the healthcare system and the
yeah.
state of the world and the
It's
narco
different in every country. Yeah, it's
the
different in every country. It's
yeah
just people
yes
don't have access to it as well. It's just different. Like we're me and Ashley are in Canada, so there is
yes
a lot of services are included in our healthcare system. But you go in the United States and you have to pay every single day. It's just
yeah
there are things we can actually achieve. Well, not achieve, but get. It's easier to get the some resources in some countries than in
yeah
others.
yeah exactly and that's exactly it like if you don't have anything else to say for that. You summed it up pretty well. You summed it up pretty
Good.
well. Yeah. So then, I guess education and awareness. So educating oneself and others about FND can help in managing expectations and reducing the stress and misunderstanding of the condition. So that's a big one. When I first learned about the condition, I really had to educate myself about the condition first because they told
Yeah.
me I had FND at first. No one educated me about what the condition was. They didn't. I got no
Well, they don't even
pamphlet.
know what that
No,
is.
they
Like
didn't. I don't even think the doctor knows what it was because he
they
couldn't
just give you
explain
a
it.
pamphlet
No, they didn't even get a
behind.
pan. I didn't even get a pamphlet. They wrote it on a piece of paper. They're like, this is what it is. Look it up on the internet when you get home.
Yeah, they told me go to FND Hope, and that's it. I was like, okay,
Well,
thank you.
I didn't even get that. They're like, just look up FND when you get home. I'm like, all
That's
right.
crazy.
I'm like FND, right? They're like, I'm like, what does the initial stand for? They're like functional neurological something. I'm like,
Oh,
oh, okay. I'm
oh
like,
gosh. And then
yeah,
they diagnose it with you. They diagnose it to you. Like it's just so weird. But
y-
they do diagnose it by exclusion most of the time. It's just if you don't, and that's what they did for me. If you don't have any of the other symptoms, any of the there's a neurologist that saw me, and he's like, well, if you have uh that, you don't have that.
yeah,
Well,
exactly. That's pretty much how it happened with me. But like,
yeah,
it was like years and years of just a medical shit show.
yeah.
It really, really was. And this past summer, it just it was yeah. I was done. I spent every week at the hospital for something different, and them telling me I had lupus when I didn't. And, oh
Oh my god.
yeah,
Yeah, you can get through many different diagnoses before you actually get diagnosed with FND. They can misdiagnose you. But yeah, that was the subject of our last talk.
Yeah,
Um,
it was. It was. Oh yeah. I did. I have. Yeah, I have. It. I didn't tell my story, but do I ever have a story I should have told? We went over on time. I should have told my story, but
yeah.
you know.
But there's something about education that I want to say is
Sure.
that it's really important to educate others. Like
Yes.
when
Yes.
we're like okay and we kind of get what that means, or as soon as we have information, we should tell it to
Oh
our kids
yeah. Oh yeah. We
because
definitely have to spread the word. We definitely
but
need to.
it's not just that, but like just with the spoon theory earlier stuff. If they don't get that you're fatigued, if they don't get how you feel, how it's uh happening and everything, they just don't get it. So they're not gonna understand any. They won't be able to help or even not trigger you in some way. And so it's important to tell them about everything.
Yeah, and I think it's important that they're told in a way that's like an empathetic, kind way, so that they're kind about doing it in an empathetic, kind, and mannerful way.
Yeah,
Like I think that
yeah,
that's what's lacking in today's society is empathy, manners, and a good whooping ass.
mm,
Ugh,
yeah.
pardon my language. Anyways,
Kids. Not
don't
for
get me
kids.
started
But
on kids.
oh gosh. Okay.
That's why I don't have kids.
Yeah, me neither. Okay.
Uh,
Well, we have our dogs that are hard.
yes, we do. We have our dogs that we love so much
Yeah.
that just spent $600 on today.
Yeah. Bet.
Oh, yay. Oh, Lulu.
Okay. Well, let's close
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah, so with all that being said, these strategies are based on a blend of managing stress symptoms of FND managing the symptoms of FND directly and addressing the broader implications of fatigue and burnout that accompany that can accompany such a condition. Each approach can be personalized considering the unique presentation of FND and as individuals. So we want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. Um, we'll do this again in the new
Well,
year.
so yeah, it's actually the last one for this year for 2024, but we will be back in 2025 with some other subjects and everything. So if any of you have some ideas on subjects, you can always reach out. But we'll do a poll in probably in January
Oh
for
yeah,
the
and this is YouTube, so like us and subscribe and like us and
yes,
subscribe
yes.
and like us and subscribe and like us and subscribe.
Oh, if we could be, I've been paid for every time we're we're saying that, right?
I mean, I can totally make that happen. I have an IT husband. I can make it. I can make it happen. Like us and subscribe, and like us and subscribe. Come on, like us and subscribe. Somebody
Okay,
like,
so
somebody like us and subscribe. Come on. No,
well,
it's
thanks
okay.
for talking, everybody, and have a good night.
Thank you. Bye,
See you in
everybody.
2025.
Hold on, just. Oh.